Sarah here, and I am here to show you my new helicopter. I went on Kijiji and looked for a secondhand helicopter and found this Align helicopter, and it came with a whole bunch of extra bits and pieces. He was selling it because he didn't fly it very much, and yeah, it seemed like a good deal. So here's the helicopter. It's a Line 450. But it's an old one. It's a SE version 2 or something. It's like 2007, 2009. So it's kind of old, but it still looks like a really good bird. And from the reviews that I've seen, it seems pretty good. And bonus, I got a whole pile of stuff with it. A whole box full of bits and pieces. I swear I bought 3 helicopters yesterday. Only one of them was together, but the other 3 are like all there except for the tail booms. And it's kind of crazy. So I'm going to show you some of the bits and pieces that I got. I also got a nice box, aluminum carry case, which is excellent. That'll make transporting the helicopter to the field and all my other bits and pieces really nice. So here's the rest of the stuff. Okay, let's start with the big stuff. I got 2 extra canopies. Now they're Titan canopies. They're a little bit nicked, but really they're in good shape. 3 batteries, 2 new Turnigy batteries, or relatively new. It sounded like they're new. And then this one I think is older. I don't think it's as good. I got a whole bunch of blades, some brand new blades, and some that had been used, but are still in pretty good shape. I got 2 extra bodies, so that's what makes me think I've got 3 helicopters here. One of them seems to be like an aluminum body with plastic pieces. Both came with a motor in them. This one is a carbon fiber body with that anodized aluminum, which I really like, that beautiful blue anodized aluminum. And it even has servos in it, and a motor as well. I also got a speed control and a gyro, and he said they're new, but I don't think they're new. And I question whether that speed control works, because that capacitor's been a little squished. So I have no idea if it works or not, but oh well. Some extra landing gear, twist ties, zip ties. I don't know if that's a brand new main shaft or not. There's another 3 main shafts over here. Fly bar. I've got lots of blue aluminum hardware here, which is again another helicopter. This is the whole swash plate mechanism. Some of it's in a little bit rough shape, like that. Someone kind of chewed it up, taking it apart. This one's the same way, a little bit chewed up, but I'm not sure if that's just the way it happens when you take them apart or not. I've never dealt with it before. This is tail mechanism. Some extra pieces go with the swash plate sort of thing. Here's another whole carbon fiber frame, like the whole thing, plus that bottom plate there. Some more tail servo control rods, and here's the plastic hardware from the aluminum frame, so some more tail pieces. There's another battery mount. I actually think I need to replace the one that's on the helicopter currently, so that'll come in handy. And there's 2 more on the extra frames. There's a whole bunch of main gears. I think this one is brand new, and then these ones are lightly used, I think, but it's really hard to tell because I've never dealt with this stuff before. Here's some feathering shafts with some of the hardware. I don't think it's all in there, but there's also some brand new feathering shafts over here, still in the packaging, and they're Align brand name, along with some other little hardware, some bearings, Other blade things, some blade grips. There's the blue aluminum blade grips, just like the ones that are on the helicopter right now. And then some plastic blade grips. There's some more pieces of the landing skids. I don't think the rest of the landing skids, but that's the third pair of landing skids. There's a whole bunch of flybar paddles, a couple tail blades. There's the tail mechanism from another helicopter, more blue anodized aluminum, and two belts, well, one that's on that and then another one here. And then in the bottom of the box is a whole collection of little bits and pieces. So more bits and pieces. Some tail struts, some broken tail struts, or whatever you would call those. Another one of those. Bearings. I think that's for the tail. I recognize that piece from somewhere too. Anyhow, there's a whole pile of little bits of hardware, and I'd like to separate a whole bunch of it, bag it a little more properly, because there's a whole bunch of these little pieces, and those go on sort of the body. My helicopter has blue ones, these silver ones might have come from another helicopter. Well, obviously they probably did, but I don't know if they came from the plastic one or the other one. But yeah, I think that's most of it. It's a whole lot of little bits and pieces. I got a battery charger, but it's just a regular cheap one battery. I think it's better than the cheap ones that I have already, but and then there's the helicopter. So this is my new helicopter, and I really like it. The canopy again is a little bit damaged, a little crushed. There's one blade grip that moves. Probably shouldn't move like that. So there's something going on in the feathering shaft. The other one doesn't move, but this one moves. So I need to take that apart before I try spinning it up. I think most of the rest of it is really good. The battery mount on this one is a little bit broken. It still stays in place, but it is broken. No-name speed control with an elastic, an Align motor on it, and a Spectrum receiver, which is excellent because that's the radio that I have, is a Spectrum. Gyros on the top. A bunch of the build things that I've looked at put this gyro under here, because then it protects it from flybars and things if it crashes. So I might move that and put it down there. And then out to the tail. Tail looks good. The tail has the plastic hardware on it rather than the aluminum, and I think I'll just run it like that unless I actually want to change it. Right now I'll just use it the way it is. And the tail blades are really stiff, so I might change that. I don't think they're supposed to be that stiff. Yeah, overall it's a good looking helicopter, and I sure hope it works as good as it looks. Oh, and one more thing. These batteries have Dean's connectors on them, so I'm going to have to change those over to XT60s, since that's what I fly with everything else. But I bought some XT60s while I was up buying the helicopter, so all I gotta do is just take those off and put on the new ones.